Yo guys, Features Gaming here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are going to be doing another fan suggested route, and today we are going to be driving on the waterline operator, taking the 508 from Newry to James Street. So this is potentially going to be the final time we're going to be seeing these waterline stations, or some of these waterline stations, as they are, because obviously with 1.10 just around the corner, or 2.0 again, whichever update it is, I'm thinking that there's going to be quite a bit of quite a few stations that are going to be upgraded, aka James Street and James Street extension ? But yeah, hopefully actually the James Street extension does actually come soon, because I think we were like promised it in like 1.8 and we never got it, and then it said maybe 1.9, we're still waiting. 1.10 maybe, or 2.0 again. We don't know, but we are just going to do that. There we go. We'll accept optimistic as the guard.
Newry. This train terminates here.
But yeah,
change, please.
As I said, possibly going to be the final time we're going to be seeing these stations as they are in 1.9. Let's just leave it as that, because obviously I think we have a good idea of what stations are going to be upgraded, but obviously we're not entirely sure. I suppose while we're here, we'll get a thumbnail. Snap.
Faraday Road.
Nice.
Benton.
We'll put this down here so we know where we're going.
Airport West and James Street. This train is formed.
I think the only stations that we kind of know are going to be upgraded is only Airport West. I don't really think there's any other station that we 100% know is going to be upgraded in
terminates here.
In 1.10 or 2.0. People are, are thinking James Street maybe. James Street was seeming in a bit of an interesting one. Loads of people thought it was James Street. Others thought it was Connolly. People were thinking it was the James Street extension. I honestly have no idea, but it was definitely a waterline train, I do believe. So there was a waterline, I think, pacer
to James Street.
On the side of the screen.
Eden Quay, Faraday Road, West Benton, Cambridge Street Parkway, Airport West, and James Street. The next station is Eden.
But here we are, now on our way to James Street. I've remembered that I haven't given you guys an emoji to comment on the last video. I think sometimes I will forget. If I do forget to say an emoji, guys, then I'll give you permission to say... Actually, you know what we'll do? If I forget to tell you guys to do an emoji, comment down below, fetch you forgot the emoji. So if I do that in future videos, forget to tell you an emoji, comment fetch you forgot the emoji.
Cambridge Street Parkway, Airport West.
Let's do that, shall we?
This train is formed of 3 coaches.
Yeah, the 508.
This is Eden
Again, I think people are thinking that this is going to be updated, because whenever anyone does a waterline route, they always say do the 508. I don't really know why. I mean, it doesn't really look like a... it doesn't really look like a good train, in all honesty. It looks a little bit weird. So I think people are thinking that this train will get updated, so they kind of do like a farewell, like tribute thing, and kind of this route is going to be the same. Obviously, when this video is going out as well, maybe 1.10 or 2.0 is already out, because people are speculating
Welcome on
that,
board
you
this
know, it could come
waterline
out literally
service
any
to
second now.
James Street. The next station is
So if that does
Faraday
happen,
Road.
then we're taking a trip down memory lane. But if not, maybe this is the last trip we are going to be doing before it updates. Because I am recording this video when it's on 1.9.6. So if the new version is out by the time that 1.10 comes out, then you know.
Shortly be arriving at Faraday Road.
I honestly do think though that the next update we get in SCR will be the next big update.
Cambridge Street,
I don't think there'll be a 1.9.7.
West and James Street.
I think it will go to the next version of SCR.
Train is formed of 3 coaches.
Well, at least I didn't overshoot the actual signal, so we're fine. Does Waterline still say welcome aboard this Stepford Connect
This train is
service?
for James Street.
Yep.
The next station is
It
West
still does.
Benton.
Lol. Yeah, that video, you know, where I did Easter eggs of version 1.9.1. I think that's honestly gotten like over like 30,000 views, which is absolutely crazy. Off to West Benton we go, so we need to make Matty
Welcome on
proud.
board this waterline service to
Because ever
James
since
Street.
Express
The next station
we're
is
able to go
West
onto the Waterline
Benton.
tracks, I think he's been a bit depressed because, yeah, Express apparently can legally skip West Benton. Interesting.
We will shortly be arriving at West Benton. Please mind the gap between the
So we need
train
to make him
and the
happy
platform.
by stopping quite well at West Benton. Oh god, there's a 357. Absolutely despise those trains.
This train is formed of 3
Right,
coaches.
we are a 3 car. Tell you what, it is actually quite tricky to stop it actually in line. We'll stop it there. A few shimmies here and there. Customer information. We recently invested £100 million in your station information systems, including clearer speakers and new announcements. Transport for Stepford. £100 million for that? I bet you did a lot of work. Your voice, our region, putting customers first for a better connected public transport network. You can say that again with... You can say that again. I think the whole of Stepford is wanting the James Street extension. We're still waiting.
Welcome on board this waterline service to James Street. The next station is Benton. We will shortly be arriving at Benton. Change here for services to Stepford Airport Central, Greenslade.
We are now arriving into
City,
Benton.
Morganstown, Port Benton, St Helens Bridge.
That's not a very high
and
definition
Stepford
line of the
Central.
window, is it?
Please mind the gap between the
It's
train
quite, you know, it
and
looks
the
very
platform.
blurry.
And James Street. This train is formed of 3 coaches.
Right, get ready to stop. There we are. On to Cambridge Street Parkway after this, or Wonder Mall.
This is Benton. This train is for James Street.
I don't really know
Station is Cambridge Street
really
Parkway.
why SCR decided to do, a Wonderwall reference. I don't know why they did it. If someone actually knows why they did that, please let me know in the comments below, because I mean, it's hilarious, yeah, but I don't know why they did it. Right, off we go. Once again.
Welcome on board this waterline service to James Street. Calling at Cambridge Street Parkway, Airport West, and James Street. We will shortly be arriving at Cambridge Street Parkway. Change here for services
Up to 75
to
now.
Colony. Please mind the gap
IKEA.
between the train and the platform.
Service to James Street.
Here's
Calling
Melvin.
at Airport West and James Street. This train is formed of 3 coaches.
I think Melvin was the person who made it Wonder Mall, didn't he? I think he went Bantech. I think we need to have a
This is Cambridge
a
Street
Wonderwall
Parkway.
reference at Cambridge Street Parkway.
This
What do you
train is
say?
for James Street.
Bantech was like,
The
say no
next
more.
station is Airport West.
We will create a mall and we will call it Wonder Mall. And we'll put 2 signs out there, 3 signs instead, actually instead. Really embrace Oasis in SCR. One of our favourite bands. Because today is going to be the day that we're going to throw it back to you. And I think by now, you should have somehow realised what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody. So on and so forth.
Welcome on board.
You just started saying the lyrics to Wonderwall.
Service to James Street. The next station is Airport West.
It's a good song, though. It's a good song. Anyway, off to Airport West. We're a minute behind schedule. I like how the lights just reflect off the cabin. It just seems a little bit, just... I like being in the tunnels because I like the lighting effect, but it just looks a bit, repetitive, when you're always on there. There's no, detail or character to any of the stations. And I hope that in the new update, obviously, with the Airport West update, if it is Airport West, because it still couldn't be. It still could be a different station, but I'm firmly believing it's Airport West.
The next station
Hopefully that adds a bit of character to the station. I mean, it does have character, with the ceiling being literally 2 feet high or whatnot. A very short ceiling. A bit more than what it has. And, the tunnels either side, again, having a bit of a detail to them. the terminals as well. You know, like they're updating pretty much, I think, every single, you know, airport station. So I think Airport West is on that list as well because it's part of the airport zone. I hope they redo a few of the tunnels as well. But I really want them to keep, you know, this sort of like lighting effect in here. You could maybe get away with it if you were trying to think of like an underground, you know, type thing, you know, like London Underground. Maybe possible future operator, the London Underground? Or maybe changing it slightly, you know, so it's not fully, you know, so it's not fully copyrighted. But yeah, I really hope that they redo some of the tunnels here.
We will shortly be arriving at James Street.
I just realised that it's 75 and not 55. It's just because I'm used to that throttle application being 75 from driving on Connect. But here we are at James Street. Many think that are being updated. Many think that it's going to stay the same, and many hoping, I think every single SCR player hoping, that this buffer will be removed. Then players can carry on to a new station, hopefully.
This is James Street. This train
but still remains to be seen. Oh yeah, what's their celebrations going to be? Just baby dances, is it? Yeah, thought it. Well, there we go. 2 minutes delayed. We finished that route. And I think that was a pretty successful journey. So if you did like this video, then make sure to leave a like on the video. That would be awesome, and thanks very much. Also make sure to subscribe as well if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out.